case you're just hearing my voice for the first time, my name is Emmanuel Jutsu, and I'm the affiliate manager for Espania. So of course, we know we have this weekly training every week. Yeah. The reason for this training is actually just to share ideas, share strategies of how every one of you can improve on your marketing as it has not just Espania, in fact, not just Espania, but your marketing, basically everything has to be marketing. So your marketing skills, sorry, everything has to be marketing. So but here, we're using Espania more as a case study because it makes it far easier to, improve your skills. So most of the questions that we're going to be taking here tonight is going to be more particularly about how you can sell product on Espania, and that's why we have Chuka here. Chuka is going to be the one to take us on today's class. Maybe the next class, maybe I might decide to talk about Facebook ads. It's fine. So if you're just joining us, this class is being recorded, and the way we are going to run this class is that everybody's currently muted. Yeah, and the reason why we have to do that is because if you can hear me, please let me hear you say yes in the chat box, please. If you can hear me, let me hear you type in yes in the chat box. All right. Thank you. Yeah, so the reason why we are going to have everybody muted is because we understand that some persons are actually maybe on their way to from work and probably in a public bus or noise location, and over time somehow their noise, the noise background usually disturbs. So it's just better to mute everybody. So but no, if you're going to ask questions, Chuka is going to take the class for like about an hour 30. So the remaining 30 minutes is going to be for Q&A. This class is going to last for 2 hours. The entire of this class will last for 2 hours. So once we start now, by 9 we should be done. So for the first 1 hour 30 minutes, just going to be Chuka showing us some code on how he does these things, and then for those of you who want to ask questions, you raise your hands, and then you'll be unmuted and you'll be allowed to speak. So note, please, we're only going to entertain questions as regards how to make sales on Espania or general marketing questions. But we're not taking any question, so we're not taking any complaint. We're not taking any complaint as regards products, delivery, sales, commission on paid, and all of that. If you have any issues with your sales, product delivery, whatever your account, you can send an email to help@Espania, or you can reach out to the Espania handle at Espania on Twitter, same thing as Espania on Instagram, and I think on Facebook. Yeah. So Chuka, what's up? Chuka, are you there? You've gone. Chuka.
Yes, I was trying to unmute myself, but it couldn't work.
No, you can't.
Yeah, so I'm here. I'm ready.
You can't unmute yourself.
Yeah.
No one can unmute themselves. It's only me that can unmute, like not really unmute. Actually, I can give you permission to unmute yourself, and then that's where you can speak.
Yeah, I just realized.
So by the time we start, I'm going to make you an admin so that when it gets to the Q&A section, you can also give people access to unmute themselves and speak. So if you're just meeting Chuka for the first time, Chuka is one of our super affiliates here. I'm not going to be talking about his numbers because I don't know if I have the permission to do that, because I don't have the permission to do that. So, but if he wants to talk about his numbers himself, fine. So, but the only thing I will just talk about a few things about Chuka. Chuka is a super affiliate, and I think he has been on 2 trips, right? I mean, Chuka, right? You were in Seychelles, right?
Yeah, 2 trips. Yeah.
You were in Seychelles, yeah. Chuka was in Seychelles, and we recently went to Dubai together. So, in fact, the fantastic thing is that this last trip, Chuka came up with should I bust you, or I should just should I bust you?
Feel free.
Chuka came up with his girlfriend, and they had a very nice time. So he's not. I'm not saying he has a girlfriend, but he came up with one lady. They had a nice time. How did he do that? He surpassed the sales twice. So the sales to qualify for that, I think, is 70 sales, and he made about he made about 150 sales. So I decided to give him that opportunity to come with someone. He came with his girlfriend, and again, Chuka has recently also won the Lexus Challenge by hitting 600 sales of Central IG within 3 months. In fact, the challenge is still on, but he already did it. So at least with these two things I just said now, that this shows that Chuka is enough, and in fact it stands a better chance to tell you how you can make more sales, how you can get more traffic, how you can hit those targets. So that's why I have Chuka here. Okay, so I want everybody to pay attention and listen to Chuka, because I'm very certain that by the time you are done with this class, some of you here would soon become a super affiliate that would follow us on the coming trips, and also win some of the car challenge that will be coming up. All right, so Chuka, are you ready to go?
Yes. I would like you to just enable me to be able to share my screen.
For that to happen, I need to make you an admin. So I just hold on, please. Will keep believing this thing. Okay. So I need to make you the host. So I just did.
Okay.
So with this now, you can share your screen. You can also unmute anybody. You can practically do everything I can do as the host. All right.
Okay. Let me just
the slide, you can enhance the view.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it full screen. Okay.
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right, so this go. Why is it showing like this? Is weird.
Is this not PowerPoint?
It is PowerPoint. So why is it showing like this?
You go back. You can just down. No, you just go back. Okay, fine.
This is good. This is okay.
Yeah, this is okay. Fantastic.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Spartnia affiliates. Good evening to everyone. Mr. Seth, you're showing us your mouth to us, Good evening, everyone. My name is Princefield Chuka, and it's an honor to be here to take this class with everyone. This is truly like a validation that some things I've been able to do, make some sense. So today, what we're going to be talking about is very specific, right? It's in simple terms, is how to generate crazy amount of traffic to meet any sales goal on Xpartner, right? That is the long and short of what we're going to be talking about on this mentorship class. So this class is going to be a little bit advanced, right? This class is not how to start making sales. No, it's how to make crazy number of sales, because the previous classes that have been going on, the recorded mentorship sessions that other top affiliates have done, that everybody already has access to, covers all of those basic things for people to get started. So this is sort of like an advanced meal, right? So as a child, when you're growing, you're taking all the baby food, and at some point you need to start taking some swallow so you can grow faster. And that is where that's the angle that this class is coming from. So the reason why, so I'm trying to change my slide. So why should you listen to me? So I joined Xpartner last year, October 15th, 2021. I think that was the day I made the purchase for 720G. And the first time I started to do any promotion was about a week later, on about almost 2 weeks later, I think 27th October, I can remember. That's when I made my first sale. So from then till now, it's been roughly about 8 months roughly. And in that time, I've done a little over 22 million naira in commissions, and about 807 sales so far. So I think to a large extent, that makes me not just another person with an opinion. I think I'm doing something right to an extent to be able to get this kind of results. So what I'm going to be sharing on this call is going to be practical things that you can be able to do with paid traffic and a little context in my background and as to why I have this sort of fast growth is that 99% of my sales have been purely as a result of paid traffic, right? So I'm a paid traffic guy. I think I did organic traffic for like a week or two, and then I just stopped and I went all in with paid traffic. So most of my journey on Expertware and the success I've been able to achieve have been, is largely credited to paid traffic. It's all I've been messing with. So, right. So for people who want to be able to grow, this quick, you want to move from doing 5 sales per week to doing 20 sales per week. You want to go from doing 30 sales per month to doing 100 sales per month, right? Something is going to really, really change in how you do your business. The fundamentals of how you do your business, the things, the engine that you use to, drive your business will need to fundamentally change for you to be able to, go from making 30 sales per month to doing 200 sales in a single month, right? And that is where paid traffic comes in. Now, for the people who might not understand what paid traffic means, paid traffic simply means traffic that you pay for, right? I know that definition might sound just like me repeating the words, but it means when you have to exchange money to get traffic, to get leads, to get prospects. It means you're paying for the traffic. The opposite would be organic traffic. That's when you are not spending actual cash to get leads. Then you might be investing time, just investing in relationships. But with paid traffic, it means you're putting down cash, dollars, in order to get traffic, right? And it makes sense for me because this is a business, and with a business, you want to keep investing in your business, for it to grow. Now, who is this training for, right? This training is not for everybody, to be very honest, because some people are going to, be on this training and not, and not enjoy it. And the reason is because this is going to be a little bit advanced for them because it's not where they are yet. For those people, right, pay attention and pick one or two things. But who is this mentorship class for? Now, this class is for, affiliates who have found a winning product that they believe in, that has a good conversion rate, and that they have good product knowledge about, right? You found a product that you want to sell the heck out of. You understand the product. They wake you up in the middle of the night. You can go on and on talking about every single thing that is involved in that product, and you'll be able to sell it, right? You can preach the gospel of that product. You have a product, you believe in it, you know its truth and, front and back, right? This class is also for people who are ready to grow their business, move from 5 figures a week to start doing 6 figures. You're tired of making 100K, 200K per week. You want your alerts to start being in 1 million per week, 2 million per week, right? But you've been at that 100K, 60K per week. You're trying to, you're asking yourself, what are these other guys doing that I'm not doing yet? I want to do exactly what they're doing so I can get to this level, right? Like I want to grow quickly, right? That's who this class is for. Now, this class is also for people who are ready to spend on their business, right? Some people enjoy their business and they enjoy just taking profits from their business. But when you tell them about spending on their business, they get uncomfortable, right? They want to just keep on taking profits, enjoying money from the business. But the idea of having to bring out money to spend on new software, new tools, new ads, spend on more information, spend on more education doesn't just sit well with them, right? If that's you, this would not, this might upset you. So you will need to just reframe your mind, right? This class is also for people who are going to be ready to devote time and discipline to learning new skills because the person you were when you were making 100K per week and the person you hope to become when you start to make 2 million per week, 1 million per week, there's going to be something different between those two people. Now, the thing that's going to be different between the person doing 100K per week and the version of you that's doing 1 million per week is going to be knowledge in between, right? So, and for you to be able to achieve that knowledge, you are going to need to devote time and discipline to learning the skills that is going to move you from point A to point B, right? Now, this class is also for people who know their numbers, right? Some people don't have, good grasp of the numbers in their business. And when I say numbers in your business, if I just tap, let me see if I can just call somebody's name now. Marvelous Obona, right? So I'm able to speak with Marvelous Obona and ask him, what was your conversion rate last month, right? Many people don't have an idea of what this number is in their business. A conversion rate is a metric that indicates how quickly or indicates the rate at which the leads that you are generating are converting into actual sales, right? So if you get 10 leads and then one of them converts in 30 days or less, that means you have a 10% conversion rate. The formula is number of sales over number of leads times 100 over 1. It's expressed as a percentage, right? Some people don't know the amount of leads they generate every day. Some people don't know the amount of leads they generate every week. Some people do not know the amount of leads they generate every month. Now, these are the numbers that will need to be at the tip of your fingers if you want to be able to take your business from the point where you're making 5 figures a week to the point where you're doing 6 figures, 7 figures every single week, right? You need to be able to be very conversant with these numbers, right? And like I mentioned before, this class is going to be a little bit advanced than the regular newbie, mentorship classes that hold. All right. So now that we have, we've pretty much covered who this class is for, and everybody here is in the right frame of mind to be able to understand the level of information that they are getting access to. So I pretty much want to just be sure that the ground is set. Now, if you are about to jump into paid traffic, right? There are some things that you should know. Now, before you start to mess around with the idea of paid traffic, right? The first thing you need to do is you need to understand your funnel, right? And many people throw that word around, sales funnel, sales funnel. And people think it's an object, or they think it's a magical software, a magical tool somewhere. The sales funnel is simply a hypothetical set of steps, right, that you have put together to take people from the point of where they just met you and they know nothing about what you're trying to sell to the point where they become sales and customers, right? And the little chart I have here, does a good job of explaining what, your sales funnel should look like. Now, before you jump into paid traffic, you not only need to understand your funnel, right? You also need to optimize the funnel to the extent where it is good enough to now be scaled. Because if your sales funnel is bad, and bad in the sense that it has a poor conversion rate, it has lots of loopholes. By the way, I'm going to explain the chart you're looking at now. It has lots of loopholes. By the time you scale it with paid traffic, you would have scaled rubbish, right? Because paid traffic means just taking what you're doing and then 10xing it, 100xing it, right? So if you're doing something good and then you 10x it, you have 10x something that is great. So you're going to have 100x something that is beautiful and amazing. But if you're doing something that is unimpressive and it's just an embarrassing sales funnel, and you go and pour paid traffic into it, all you have just done is explode the nonsense that you're doing. And that's going to be nonsense on an explosive scale. And you do not want that, because that's going to be a monumental loss, right? You just go from loss to loss. It's just be an embarrassing situation. So understanding your sales funnel, I'll just go through, what the ideal sales funnel should look like. So if you want to jump into paid traffic and your sales funnel is not optimized like this, right? These are the things you need to start fixing. So first, you need to have a means of generating leads, right? So when leads come to you, what is the process? Where is the first point of contact that they get in touch with you? For me, the first point of contact that my leads come through is my landing page, right? From any traffic source I have, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook ads, Facebook itself, my Facebook page, it directs all of them to a single landing page. Now, on that landing page, the landing page is going to have a well-written copy and a flow that directs people to do one single thing, to take one single action. There should be no ambiguity on your landing page as to what people should do there. It's like when you are at a power station, for instance, and you just see everybody queuing up in front of the pump machine, right? Everybody just coming to the first station and lining up there, right? So your landing page should be like that. Everything on the landing page should direct people to do one thing. It might be to click a button to fill a form, right? So it doesn't matter anything that you say, whatever you write, whatever language your landing page is, it should just be telling people, hyping them up to do one thing, to click a button to fill a particular form, right? To take one particular action. Now, you should, to make things easy for you, because when you jump into paid traffic, like I said, you're going to be doing everything you're doing on a bigger scale. So you should also have autoresponders, an email autoresponder to respond to your leads and serve them with whatever it is that you've promised them, a webinar, a lead magnet, a class, whatever it is, right? And I use an autoresponder on my email marketing platform and my WhatsApp, right? So once you have that covered, right, in the first step, you have a landing page and an autoresponder to get the conversation flowing with these leads. The next step in your sales funnel is you should have a means by which you pre-sell your audience, right? I'll take that again. You should have a means by which you pre-sell your audience. And this method that you're going to be using to pre-sell your audience should be such that it is scalable. Some people pre-sell their audience by calling them on the phone, having one-on-one chat with them, right? And that's okay when you're doing 5 leads per day, 10 leads per day. But when you get to where you're doing 700 leads per day, I mean, do you want to call 700 people in a day? So that would make that method of pre-selling, very inefficient, right? So some methods of pre-selling that I've come to see around from other people and myself, use that is absolutely scalable so that when you start to generate crazy traffic, it can take it, right? The use of webinars. A webinar is coined from 2 words, web and seminar. It's literally a seminar that is happening on the web. A webinar is sort of like what we have right now, right? We're doing a webinar using a software called Zoom, and it's taking up to 500 people or more, right? A YouTube video can also be what you use to pre-sell your audience. You can record your video sales letter and post it on YouTube and have your leads that come into your funnel go there to watch it, right? You could also have a lead magnet. It could be a book that you write. It could still be a video. It could be anything that's, you can just share to a number of people, and there's no limits on how many times you can share it, right? You could also have a WhatsApp group class. Now, I learned that recently, WhatsApp has increased the number of people you can have in a single group to, I think, 512 people. So you know that if you're generating up to 500 leads in a single day, right, you can have all of them in one group every day comfortably and do a class, right? So now you know that, you know the ones that have limits. So if you plan to do 1,000 leads a day, so WhatsApp group class is not going to be good for you, right? And you know that you should now start looking at the other methods of pre-selling, like using a webinar or YouTube video or distributing the lead magnets. Now, after you pre-sell your audience, right, and you give them a good offer on the spot, a good number of them may convert, let's say 0.5%, 1%, right? What you do with your pre-sale most times is that you plant a seed in the heart of your leads. And that seed, will not germinate immediately most times, right? That seed will need to be watered. It will need to be exposed to sunlight, right? If you're a farmer, you be able to get my analogy. But in sales, what you now do after you've planted a seed in people's heart is that you nurture them, right? And in your funnel, you should also be able to have a means by which you can nurture people at scale, nurture a lot of people at once. Your WhatsApp status is a good point, right? One phone can get as much as 2,000 views on WhatsApp status, right? The use of broadcast, sending messages to a WhatsApp group, putting together an email sequence, or sending out email broadcasts. These are methods that you can use to nurture a large number of people, right? Easy peasy. And also in your funnel, I think the last step should be closing your leads. Now, as you're nurturing your leads, as you're tackling the objections day after day, answering their questions, providing more insights into the product that you're trying to sell, there are some people who you are going to have the sense that these people are interested. They have shown you that they want to get this. And those are the people that you need to focus more energy on when it comes to closing them, right? So some people will tell you, I need to do a video call with you before I pay, right? So when people talk about closing sales, there is no one way to close sales, right? Because for every lead in your funnel, there's going to be a different thing that they need to be closed. Some people, they want to hear your voice on the phone, and once you call them on the phone and you speak to them and you talk to them about the product you're trying to sell confidently, bam, you've closed them. That's all it will just take. Some people have a very low trust factor and they want to pay, but they just want to see who they're doing business with, right? And once you video call them, bam, you've closed them. Now you see those two sort of people, they needed two different things to get closed. Why some people, if you give them a 2K discount, you have closed them. You give them a 5K discount, you have closed them. So strategic discounts also work. Now, these three bullet points I put here when it comes to closing, might not be the only things that you may be able to do to close a customer, a lead, right? Closing is very unique. Every lead is unique, right? Every situation when you're trying to close a particular lead is unique. Their needs are different. They have different backgrounds. Some people will just need you to talk to them calmly and repeat some things, and that's it. You close them. So, it's not a one-size-fits-all process. You just need to know at the back of your mind is, I'm sitting here, I'm a salesman, and I'm going to do everything legal and in my power to get this person to say yes to my product. Right? Guys, just give me 1 second. NEPA just brought lights. Let me switch from Jen to NEPA. All right. Right. So that's that about, making sure you understand your funnel, because if you don't have your funnel mapped out in your head like this, and you just jump into paid traffic, there are lots of things you're going to miss out on. You will not be prepared to be able to chase, the kind of traffic that's coming your way. So once you understand your funnel, you'll be able to prepare for what's coming, right? You'll be able to know that, oh, I cannot be pre-selling with WhatsApp group class again, because now I'm expecting over 1,000 leads per day. How many class I want to run in 1 day or 2 days? You get? So you want to have that at the back of your mind. You also know that, oh, now that I'm doing 500 leads every single day, my phone goes so fast to the hang. So it means I should also include email. I should also be talking to people via email, right? These are the thoughts that will come to your head. So you know that, oh, I'll need to improve my funnel. And, take notes. the more improvements you make to your funnel, the more quality it gives it. And those things also impact your conversion rates, right? These things also impact your conversion rate because at the back of your at the back of at the back of the mind of your leads, right? If you position yourself as an authority in what you're trying to sell, say for instance, you're trying to sell the Amazon KDP products, and you position yourself as an expert in in that business, and you can explain it in such a way that people just see you as a god in it. Let's say with a webinar or a video, right? You're going to come off more powerful than with a group class where you're just writing text, right? So you can see there are different methods of pre-selling. You stand a better chance of conveying that authority. So you need to now invest in improving the quality of your funnel. All right. So earlier, when I talked about knowing your numbers, this is what I meant, right? And I tried a little bit to explain let me see if there's anything I can just respond to. All right, see guys are laughing at my NEPA. But no yawa. All right, so knowing your numbers. Now, this is very, very important. I cannot overestimate how important this is. I just need to emphasize this again. Knowing your numbers is very important because if you know the efficiency of your funnel, right, you will not be able to predict your income. You won't need to go to church or pray to be able to know how much you make every single month, right? As I'm sitting here with you, I can predict how much I will make every single month. I know exactly, not exactly anyway, but I know I know the ballpark of how much I'm going to make this month because I know the conversion rate of my funnel. I know how many leads I plan to pass through my funnel this month. And I know by my calculations how many sales, on the average I should have at the end of the month. Now I'm just going to, walk you guys through, what conversion rate means. Now, the average, or okay, let me not start from there. If you generate 100 leads, right, today, and you pre-sell them and then you nurture them over the course of 30 days, right? By average experiments, the average conversion rate I've seen so far, the average, some people are doing better, some people are doing 4%, 2%, but the average conversion rate I've seen is 1%. So on the average, if you generate 100 leads, nurture them for 30 days, right? You should be expecting at least one sale. And if you do that to 200 leads and you nurture them for 30 days, that means you're going to be expecting 2 sales. Now, this is given the fact that you have measured the conversion rate of your funnel. Now, if the conversion rate of your funnel, you look at it for the previous month is 0.7%, 0.5%, it's 4%, 5%, 10%, it means you know what your funnel is capable of giving you. So if your funnel is a 10% conversion rate funnel, right? If you pass 100 leads through it, nurture them for 30 days, you should be expecting at least 10 sales. So that is you knowing your numbers, right? And the thing is, before you throw paid traffic at your business, knowing these numbers is what is going to help you, right? So let me just get a feel of how many people are listening attentively. So if I have a 1% conversion rate funnel and I pass 1,000 leads through it over the course of 30 days, how many sales should I be expecting? I need to see your answers in the chat. Let's go. All right, 10 sales. I see people writing 10 sales. I see somebody writing 5. What's that person's name? Peace Ebirioka. You have failed this city. Do you watch Green Arrow? You have failed this city. The answer should be 10 sales, right? Because you have a 1% conversion rate funnel. So I'm going to walk you guys through the maths for those that do not get it. People say 5. If you're saying 5, you are wrong, bro. I'll tell you how it's 10 so that you don't think all these people are doing jazz. But anyway, here's how you solve the math. So the number of sales you get divided by the number of leads times 100. That's how you get the conversion rate. So if you're solving for sales, you just need to make X the solve for the formula. Okay. So that's what I mean by knowing your numbers. And please, this is not a part that you can skip, because if you don't know these numbers, you will not know what you need to do to achieve any big goal, right? And in order to be able to know your numbers, you need to be recording your data. Very important. Have a spreadsheet, right? Every single person here should have a Gmail, right? You open Google Sheets, have a spreadsheet, record how many leads you get every single day. Record how many sales you make every single day. Record the revenue that sales give you. Record what you spend on your business, right? If you're buying data, if you're buying charge cards, if you're buying fuel for your business, if you're buying whatever it is you're buying, all the costs that your business is taking up, record that, right? Record what your net profit is. When you take out the cost of all these things you're putting into your business from the revenue you made, you know what your net profit is. Once you have all this data, you're able to measure the efficiency of your funnel. You know your numbers. Now you know exactly what you need to do to get a particular point, right? So that leads me to my next point. Now remember the title of this class was going to how to generate crazy amount of traffic to meet any sales goal on using paid traffic, right? So this is going to be a hypothetical situation. So let's say Expatner from your motor shop comes up with a challenge and says between August and October, right, there's going to be a challenge for people who are able to make 500 sales, right, for a particular product. They're going to win a trip to Brazil, or they're going to win a Lexus GLX or Mercedes Benz, whatever, right? The challenge is 500 sales. Now, let me see. Now, Daniel Uka is thinking, how do I win this challenge? I want to win this challenge. I want to be among the people that must go to this Dubai, or go to win this Benz, or go to Brazil, right? And he has seen the challenge is get 500 sales from August 2021 to October 2021. That's roughly 3 months or 92 days. Now, the first thing you should be doing in the back of your mind is breaking it down, right? It's easy to just, 500 sales might just blow you out the water, but then you need to break it down. So you ask yourself, what do I need to be doing every single day? What should I achieve every single day to get to the big goal? So that would mean 6 sales per day. If you make six sales per day consistently, you should be able to now get to the goal. So that brings you to your next question. Now, what do I need to do to make 6 sales every single day? Right? So we're going to use our previous assumption. Our previous assumption was that Daniel Uka's funnel was a 1% conversion rate funnel, which means that for Daniel Uka to get 6 sales every day, he needs to have generated 600 quality leads 30 days prior and has been nurturing them, so that at least before the 30 days expired, he would have made 6 sales from that 600 leads. You need to take that again. If Daniel Uka wants to meet this challenge of hitting 500 sales in 3 months, right? Now, forget about the sales. Let's say you even have a personal goal. I want to make 1 million naira this month. So you ask yourself, to make 1 million naira, how many sales is that for this product I'm selling? Remember, your funnel has to focus on one product at a time, right? You cannot have one funnel and use that same funnel to sell, 20 things in different niches. Your numbers will be all over the place. You can create different funnels for different products, but now we're thinking of one funnel, one product, or one, different products in the same niche, right? And you have a goal. You want to make 500 sales. You want to make 10 million or 1 million, right? And now you know that your goal is equal to 500 sales, and the duration to achieve that is 3 months, right? Hypothetically, August to October. That's around 92 days. Now you need to break down that big goal, scary 500 sales. How do I do that? Oh my God. But then when you break it down, you realize that it's just 6 per day, right? What do you do? The next question that now comes to your mind is a new problem. How do I get 6 sales per day? And now the mathematics of getting this right is now you need to know the conversion rate of your funnel. And we already assumed that Daniel Uka's funnel is a 1% conversion rate funnel, right? Which means for every 100 leads that he generates and nurture in the course of 30 days, he's going to make at least 1 sale. It might be better. It might be 2, 3, 4 sales, but worst case scenario, on the average, he's going to make 1 sale from 100 leads, right? So it means that if he's going to be able to make 6 sales every single day, it means that 30 days prior, right? 30 days before that day, he would have generated 600 quality leads and been nurturing them so that he's making 6 sales every single day, right? He's generating 600 leads per day, 30 days prior, every single day. You're now making 6 sales per day, 30 days later. Now, the big $1 million question that is going to be on Daniel Uka's mind is, how do I generate 600 leads daily? This number is crazy, right? I've not done it before. I used to do 10 leads per week. Guy, you want me to do 600 in a single day? Are you nuts? But hey, that's the essence of you sitting here. So open your mind, because I promise you, if you're thinking 600 leads per day is a lot, there are people who are doing 5,000 leads a single day. Some people who are doing more. And everything just starts with you knowing how to do it. And they don't have 3 heads. And I'll show you how. So what do you need to be able to generate 600 leads daily? First of all, right, just know that, the only way you'll be able to, I'm a quiet guy on the internet. I'm not an influencer. I don't have a, big ass YouTube channel of, hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and Twitter. I keep a small following with my tribe. So I know I'm not going to get 600 leads organically, right? I know I have to use paid traffic. You know why? It is predictable. Paid traffic is predictable. I can tell myself, I know exactly what I want to achieve, and I know what buttons to push and how much to spend to get it. So these are the things you're going to need if you want to generate 600 leads every single day. So the first one is you are going to need a high converting image and or video ad creative, right? Let me look in the chat and see what you guys are saying. Someone saying want my number. Guys, 600, so they carry hands ahead. Oh, yeah, well. Okay, let's go. All right. So the first thing you need is you are going to need high converting image and video, ad creatives. And let me break down what high converting is here, because it's easy to just say that, and people will go and start, people that are selling some into IG, you go and start writing ads and be saying how to bank 100K monthly. Stop saying that shit. Stop. If you're doing that, just stop. Right? Just stop. It's not that it's bad, but now it's just a song that you should stop singing, because people have been singing that song every day. Now it's a boring song. All right. A high converting image ad is going to be an ad that is, that's going to arouse people's interest. Right. So, before a while ago, like maybe 9 months, 10 months ago, a year ago, if people saw an ad that says how to bank figures, we see those kind of ads now because of how how Esplanade affiliates have gone into the market. They most likely have heard that line before and they did not react to it. So you go and use it again, you most likely will not have any effect, or you might even get banned, right? Because it just sends the signal that you're doing something that that looks like MLM. So you need to be able to come from different angles, right? This applies for any products that you're going to be selling, right? The copy that you're going to be moving with needs to address the problem using new words. Try to be original, right? And a high converting video ad is going to be one that is first of all, it's going to be short, right? Keep it short. You're not trying to do a TV series on your ad. Keep it short, and by short, I mean keep it under 2 minutes. 2 minutes is even stretching it. I like to keep my video ads under 1 minute, 30 seconds. 30 seconds is me pushing it, but let's keep it under a minute, because in your ad, there's only one thing you should be doing. You should be selling the click. You should be selling the click. Some people want to come on their ad and start defining affiliate marketing. Don't do that. Sell the click. Just bait people and sell the click. It's on your landing page. You can now sell your, whatever it is that is your bait, right? And then when you come to your pre-sale, you can sell the business. But your ads should sell the click, right? Just focus on selling the click. Get people to be curious enough to want to give you that click, right? Later down this presentation, we'll talk about the things to avoid so you don't get the brand hammer. Another thing you would also need to be able to generate 600 leads daily efficiently will be a well-written landing page, right? If you're not thought about investing in having a landing page, getting your own domain, now is the time to think of that, because these are the things that the big boys do, and you want to chill with the big boys. So you need to buy the things, do the things that the big boys are doing. And the big boys are constantly, investing, in themselves. One of my friends who's a top affiliate told me he has over 20 domains. Like, he just keeps buying them. Sometimes some have issues, he buys again. So he's not spend shy when it comes to reinvesting in his business. And it's not enough to just have your landing page created. You also need to be able to have your Facebook pixel installed, right? The Facebook pixel is a piece of code, right? That helps Facebook monitor, what the performance of people visiting your, landing page are, what they're doing, right? Another set of things you will need is you will need your Facebook business manager, a Facebook page, and a Facebook ad account. Without these things, I mean, you can't play on Facebook, right? So for this particular presentation, I'm limiting, the paid traffic discussion to Facebook ads. If there was more time, we could talk about, YouTube ads, but for now, we're limiting this to Facebook ads. So you will need your Facebook business manager, Facebook page, Facebook ad accounts. And if you don't know how to create all of these things, just go on google.com and type Facebook business manager. You click the first link and you'll be able to figure it out. If you don't have a Facebook page, do the same thing. Go on Google, type how to create a Facebook page, and let your curiosity guide you. Same thing with creating an ad account. The next thing you should also think about is an email marketing solution. Because get this, if you plan to use WhatsApp in marketing, right? Generating 600 leads daily means in 4 days, you're going to have 2,400 leads. It means that in 8 days, you're going to have 4,800 leads. These are big numbers. It means that in a month, you're going to have close to 18,000 leads. That's a lot of people for you to have on WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp may not even be able to take all of that. Your WhatsApp might just begin to lag and become unusable. You need to get a new phone or new phones, right? But with email marketing, I mean, you can have a big list and it can keep growing and growing, and you can talk to all of them at once, right? So you should also invest in having that. And I recommend BirdSend. It's an email marketing solution, and it's the one that I use, right? And self-plug. If you're going to use BirdSend, please DM me so I can give you my affiliate link. All right. And also, the other thing that you would need is, since, of course, it's an undeniable fact that we know that WhatsApp marketing has incredible conversion rates for our market. So you would need an Android phone with at least 8 GB, because I mean, you don't want to be dealing with a phone where you can't efficiently use. So 8 GB is why I see, find it easy to use those phones, and they just take the traffic and they don't cry, right? And I think 2 phones that I've been using so far: Redmi Note 11 Pro, Redmi Note 10 Pro, Oppo A96. These 3 phones, I don't think any of them cost up to 170,000. So they are pretty in the mid budget range. They are less than 200K. Now, the second to last thing that you would also need is an advertising budget, right? Mark Zuckerberg will not give you leads for free. You will need a budget. Now, your budget is going to largely depend on what your cost per lead is, right? Pull out your calculators or your mental calculators if you like. So if you start running ads and then your cost per lead is say 80 naira, right? 80 naira for one lead on the average, and you generate you need 600 leads, it means you're going to pay 48,000 naira that day, right? But worst case scenario, if your advertising is not so efficient and maybe you're getting leads at say 150 naira per lead and you're trying to get 600 leads, it means you're going to be paying somewhere around 90K, right? So I'm going to get to the point where I'm teaching you guys how to lower your cost per lead so you can get more out of the money that you have. Remember, at the beginning of this call, I told you that this mentorship call, might upset you if you're not the kind of person who's ready to spend on their business, right? So I'm calling big numbers, and some of you might be shaking your boots. I'm going to spend 90K per day. But hey, now you want to go Brazil now. Now you want to make 2 million per week, have you? So, Kanayo telling you some of his movies. You want to make money? You have to get some heads. So these are the things that you need to literally have, right? And they're taking lights. So the last thing that you would need is balls, right? Balls means guts. You need to have the confidence to get this done. You need to have the boldness to, do things that you have not done before. I mean, you need to be a little crazy to do that, right? Some people are going to look at you and like, that get mind, do, get mind, do. So that mind is balls, right? You need to have some balls. All right, so this takes me to 41 messages. So I'm going to Okay. All right. Take all these questions later. All right, so this takes me to my next slide. Now, setting up your campaign on Facebook to achieve this goal. So previous slide, I talked about all the things that you would need in order to achieve this goal, right? So now let's get our hands dirty. Let's get into what we need to do to achieve this goal. So this is the point where I'm going to I don't like to talk too much, better we just see things for ourselves instead of all this plenty talk. And we experience these things for ourselves. So I'm going to let me clear my dashboard. So if once you have set up your Facebook business manager, sorry, if you can see my Facebook ads dashboard right now, just leave a comment. Let me know that what you're seeing now is my Facebook ads dashboard. So if you're seeing my screen, let me know what you can see. Say Facebook ads dashboard. You can. Okay. All right. Great. Got it. So when you are ready to start to run Facebook, and hey, let me just add this, right? Obi did not become a man the day he was born. All right. So first, Obi was a fetus. Obi was actually just an egg, a sperm cell, and they came together, and Obi became a fetus. Then 9 months later, Obi became a child, and Obi was a baby, and then he started to crawl. And one day he walked, and as he was walking, he realized he could run after some time. And after running, now he's big, he's a grown adult, now he's a man. So, the things that will take you from when you are, at the stage where you're a newbie. I mean, don't let the fact that I said, spending 40, 90K per day on ads scare you. I mean, I started when I started paid traffic. I mean, at some point I was doing 3K per day, right? And then as the leads started converting, I started having more money to spare. I was doing 5K per day, and then one day I was doing 10K per day, and I just kept on growing. My results kept on growing. All right. So advertising is, don't see it as an expense. That is where a lot of people are going to have issues because they're seeing it as money they're spending. But when you have like I told you, don't jump into paid ads until you understand your funnel, right? You know for a fact that if I pass 100 leads in this funnel, at the end of the day, 31K is going to come out. Right? You know that for a fact. That math is supreme. So what's going to stop you from putting out of that 31K, you put 5K back? So that's what it is. So if you know that if you put 16,000 leads in this funnel, you know that 1 million is going to come out on the end. My guy, what's stopping you from putting 200K in this business? That's it. So if you know that when you put 1, 3 will come out, why are you crying when you put the 1 in? Don't you want the 3 to come out? So, you're going to need to start from where you are, right? You cannot make the excuse that you did not want to fly because you were afraid of walking. No, you're going to have to crawl first. So if you're able to do, 1,000 naira budget per day, I'm not going to gatekeep you and tell you that is too small for you to get started, right? If you can keep up 1,000 naira per day for 30 days, give it a shot, right? If you can keep up 2K per day for, the next 15 days, give it a shot. And, the idea is for you to keep your pipe wet. By pipe, I mean keep on passing leads through your funnel. Like keep it wet, let it never be empty. Every day, you have people running through your funnel, asking you about the product you're trying to sell. All right, let's get into this. Somebody is saying, all right, so let me share this thing. Okay. All right, so please. Okay, now I'm on my Facebook ads dashboard. I'll just confirm that you can see. Please confirm what you're seeing. All right. I'm sharing my Facebook ads dashboard. Okay. All right. Great. So once you're on this page, and thank you. Once you're on this page and you are ready to start to create your ads, now this is how you should think about it. So before you come here, what happened?
Chuka. Hello?
Emmanuel?
Yeah, what happened?
I'm no longer a host.
I can't see you. Yeah, I can't see your screen anymore. Okay, let me.
Yeah, I'm no longer a host.
Just hold on. How about now?
Yes, I'm a host now. Okay. Sharing again. So now that you're ready, remember I said, I gave you a list of things that you must have before you start this. It means you have your landing page ready, you have your ads ready, your video ads, your image ads, you've created them. You have multiple versions because you want to test, right? Don't come here with one ad and try to make it work by force. No. Have multiple versions of things, right? Ads, they're all about testing different things. Nobody knows what's going to work best at the end of the day. You have to test and let the data guide you. So you click this shiny green button in the left corner that says create. And in my experience, the most effective campaign objective to use is conversions, right? Because this is me assuming that you're trying to generate leads for your affiliate marketing business. All right, so let's go through this together. I'm going to give it a name. I'll just call it mentorship class code interest, right? Code interest. I'm going to the first ad set. Let's say I'm trying to sell Amazon KDP. I'm going to name the first one reading, and I'm going to, okay, let me just name this ad set. Let me just call it 1, and I'll click continue. Now, all of this here, I'm not doing a CBO campaign. A CBO campaign is when you place the budget on the campaign and let Facebook spend for you. So what we're trying to do here, I'm just trying to show you how to set up your first campaign, right? Using interest targeting, right? I'm literally just going to click next. And remember, I saved this. I named this ad set reading, right? So you're going to choose your conversion event location. This just means where you're driving the traffic to. Are you driving the traffic to a website, an app, messenger, or WhatsApp, right? Remember we said landing page. So you're going to drive the traffic to a website, which means your landing page. And you're going to choose what the conversion event is going to be. Conversion event means what you want Facebook to optimize for, right? We're not looking for people who want to add payment info. We're not looking for add to cart. We're not looking for wish list or complete registration or any of this nonsense. what we're looking for is leads, right? We're going to optimize this ad set for lead. That's exactly what we're going to click, right? And if you have not verified your pixel, you just need to do that, right? This is not my main ad account, so that's why this is not done. And ignore this. Just just some things are just better off leave them as they are. Now your daily budget, right? This is where you want to think about how much you have to invest in your business. So if you have, say, you have like maybe 50K or 30K or 10,000 naira, said, and you want to invest, want to put that in your business. So you want to start to run ads. So you don't want to spend all that money in one day, because you might just end up spending it on the wrong thing, right? As you're starting out paid ads, you want to figure out what is working. When you figure out what is working, then you know where to now channel, all your money. By what is working, I mean the best ad sets to scale, the best ads to use. And once you've figured out all of that, then you can go crazy with your budget and just spend. So if my ad account was in dollars, I typically would just start with $5 ad sets, because I mean it's a safe place to start. It won't give you a lot of results, but it's a safe place for you to not burn a lot of money. Now, hypothetically, if this was a real thing I was doing, I'm not going to start the campaign this night, because Facebook optimizes every 24 hours. And we have just 4 hours left in today, less than 4 hours. So it's better for this ad to start when people are waking up tomorrow morning. So I'm going to kick off this ad. I'm going to set this ad to kick up by 4 a.m. tomorrow. And today is Wednesday and tomorrow is Thursday, right? So 4 a.m. Lagos time is when this ad is going to kick off, right? I'm not going to add an end date, because I want this ad to run every day, right? I'm not going to stop affiliate marketing on a particular day. So I'm spreading this because I want this to keep on running until the day I'm tired. I'll just come here and turn it off. So I put end dates. Okay, now locations. I'm just going to leave it as Nigeria, because like I said, I'm hypothetically, I'm trying to sell Amazon KDP. So it means, anybody all over Nigeria, could want this. I'm not going to restrict myself to, any location. I'm going to leave this wide. Now, my product costs around, let's say my product costs around 40K, right? I don't expect 18-year-olds to have 40K to give me. Many of them are still sucking breasts. So I don't need to, have those people in my funnel. Those are students. They barely make any money for themselves. So I'm going to increase the age range. So I have people who are a little bit more, economically relevant, right? So I'm going to target, say, from age 25 and above, right? Because I don't want this, ASU people to come and be telling me, please, I don't have money. Nah. Okay. So genders, all gender. Now, detailed targeting. Now, this is where you start to target different interests, right? This is where you want to tell Facebook who to target. You want to test new, interests. Say, for example, now think about your product. Think about the product you're trying to sell, right? Hypothetically, I was giving an example. We're trying to sell the Amazon KDB product. Now, it's a product that teaches you how to make money in dollars selling books on Amazon, correct? Now, who's going to be interested in that, right? It's people who want to make money and are also going to be interested in the means of making money that involves them writing books. You need to understand that everybody wants to make money, but making money is a universal want, right? But people will like or dislike the means of making money depending on what the work entails. Some people will hear, oh, I'll write book, they'll run. People will hear, write book, bring it on. She gets. So that's what you need to look at. So think about people that are going to be turned on by the idea of writing a book. Number one is going to be people who are a little bit more educated, you would agree, right? The person who is, bit scared of school will hear writing, will say, who go write them? Let me go write them. Ha, this one is not for me. Do you get? So you want people who are going to be more, very likely to be interested. So now this is me just fishing around, and I'm going to say, okay, people who like to read, may have something to write too. So that's the first audience I'll test. I'm just going to search reading and see whether that's an interest. And voila, it's actually an interest. And let's see the audience size. The audience size is 14.6 million to 17.1 million. That's amazing. So I'm going to use it. and automatic placements. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'll click next. And this is the part where I upload the ads that I have, right? Okay, so all of these parts, and this is in English, so everybody can basically understand what this is saying, right? Okay, so let's say I have whatever kind of ad you have, an image ad, a video ad, right? This is where you upload it. Now let me give you, let me tell you something that is going to, determine how long you last here, right? Some of you are going to try this, and on your first day, they're going to ban you because you're going to come here and say the exact wrong thing, right? Now, Facebook, no, so before you get into Facebook ads, like I'll just recommend you Google Facebook ads policy and read that document. So you know the things that Facebook does not want you to do. Very important. There are some things that Facebook does not want you to do. And the moment you do them, they give you the hammer instantly. So when you come here and say, learn how to make money from pressing your phone, once you put make money, you're already telling the Facebook robot that this guy is trying to scam our users on Facebook, or all those make money things. It just gets Facebook very uncomfortable because now you're making bold claims, right? So now the thing that bans you is not a human being. It's actually just a robot. It's just very intelligent at reading things and then flagging some keywords. Now you're a human being. You are 10 times supposed to be smarter than a robot. A robot should not be able to outsmart you. Human beings wrote those robots and they gave it a set of instructions, and you should be able to outmaneuver whatever those instructions are. So if I was trying to sell Amazon KDP, I'm not going to come here and write, I'm not going to come here and write, learn how to make money in dollars. I'm going to try and, throw the robot off and use a different tactics. Let me tell a story, something that will arouse attention and still be able to pass my message across without using any of those popular keywords that just make Facebook aware of what I'm trying to do. She gets, okay, let's say, walk with me. Let's say, I'll just say, last night, I had a terrible dream. Last night, I had a terrible dream. I woke up drenched in sweat. Now, anybody reading on Facebook is going to be, where is this going? I woke up drenched in sweat. I dreamt that the Naira dollar exchange rate was at 1,000 Naira to the dollar. When I woke up, I was happy because I have the skills to take advantage of this new reality and create crazy moolah for myself. An amazing opportunity created by Jeff Bezos. This is not my best work, but this should help you understand what I'm trying to do here, right? So I've not come out here and say, make money in dollars, sell books on Amazon. Now I just told a story. People are going to read it. They get the point of what I'm trying to say. I've done my best to avoid all the crazy keywords, make money online, even though you're a student, all those things. I mean, you get banned, I tell you. And now I've just tried to maneuver all those keywords and come up with this. I think where I nearly made a mistake was saying, I wanted to say, create crazy money, but I said moolah. The robots cannot tell what moolah is. You can write crazy or ego or wo, goody, whatever it is, the average Nigerian is going to get what you're trying to say, right? But the Facebook robot will not get it. They will not get it, right? So this is how you should think about it, right? This is how you should think about it when you're writing your ads. Very important. That so you avoid all those crazy bands. Okay, and the rest of the stuff here is pretty basic, right? Add a headline, description, call to action, tell people what to do, sign up, put the URL to the landing page you're trying to promote, and put the name of your brand name here, just add all of that. All right, great. I'm going to just it's not going to publish because I didn't create the ad. Okay, let me put something there so I create. I need to show you guys some stuff, so that's why I want to just create put anything www. Yeah, it's published. All right. So now the idea is this, right? This guy, Ubong Great, said nice storytelling. Thank you. Ubong Great is trying to run his Facebook ad, and that's how he started. He has like 2 new ads he just started with, and those are the ads he wants to start running, right? So he wants to test which one is good, which one is the best, which one he should lead with. So he has created the first one, $5 a day, testing it with on an ad set that's targeting people interested in reading. Now what Ubong is going to do to test between his 2 ads or his 3 ads or his 4 ads to see which one is better is to know which one is better, he'll just need to test different ads with the same audience so he can know which of them will perform best, right? So if Ubong has like 3 ads, all Ubong just needs to do is he click duplicate here, right? Duplicate that ad 2 more times. So now he has 3. He has 3 ad sets. So remember, Ubong is now going to be spending up to last day because now he has duplicated an ad set that was spending $5 in a single day. Yeah. So now Ubong is hypothetically going to be spending $15 a day, all because he wants to find out which of the 3 ads that he has put here, these 3 ad sets, are going to be performing best. Now, how is Ubong going to know which one is performing best? So that brings me to another point. I'm trying to, okay. So that brings me to another point. It's understanding your dashboard. Some people look at this dashboard and it confuses them, right? And that's perfectly normal, right? Something you don't know before is going to confuse you, and that's okay. But what's not okay is if you run away, right? You're not supposed to run. You're supposed to try to understand it. And sometimes you're going to have to maybe edit the columns on this dashboard so you can see relevant information. For example, we're trying to generate leads. But are you seeing leads here? What we're seeing here is results, right? And what we're seeing here is cost per result. So this helps. So now Ubong is going to be able to see the number of leads that this particular ad set created got him. And it's also going to see the cost per result, right? And as a caveat, when you're creating your ad accounts, please, because of how volatile our currency is and all that, please don't create your ad set, your ad account in dollars, right? It's best to create your ad account in Naira. It's going to help you a lot so that you can relate it to the money that you're making, and you're also going to be able to pay for your ads without going through all these virtual cards that don't work, right? Just to be able to use your debit card and just fund your ad account. Always create your ad account in Naira and make sure that the GMT is set to Nigeria, right? So that you can have payment options that help you use your your debit cards to fund your account. And all your results on your dashboard are going to be in Naira. So if after 24 hours, and for those of you who are going to be doing this for the first time, don't come to your dashboard after 3 minutes and say, oh my God, this is not working. Oh, 10 minutes have gone. I've not gotten any leads. Leave it alone. Let it run for at least 24 hours before you come here and start to panic. All right. So you come after 24 hours. Ubong comes after 24 hours and he checks this out. Now you can see that this first ad set was giving him leads at say 70 naira. This other two were giving him leads at say 100 naira. So Ubong knows which one is now better. He knows that this first one is the better one. What Ubong will now do is Ubong shuts down these two, because the idea is for you to be able to generate as much leads as possible on your budget, right? So if Ubong's budget is just $15, he's going to want to spend it on the ad set that is giving him the cheaper amount of leads and spend more in that direction, right? So now that Ubong has seen his best ad set, so his best ad creative, what's Ubong going to do? Ubong now needs to test more audiences, right? Now he knows what his best creative is, right? No need for him to be testing the same creative on, the same interest multiple times. So Ubong now needs to test other, interest. So Ubong is going to come and duplicate this reading ad sets and say, let's say he's going to do 3 more, right? Ubong is starting small, okay? Ubong is a new guy who wants to be able to learn this thing small. So he's now going to edit it. So which other interests do you think that we can target, right? Now, Facebook helps you a lot. So if you just come to reading, click suggestions, Facebook can now suggest to you other, interests that are related to the one that you're already targeting that was working. So now we click suggestions, Facebook has told us books. Bam, we're going to test it out. Remember, there's no opinion that is superior. The only superior opinion is data. You can only make a decision based on the data that you see, not based on what you think or what you know. Let the data be the alpha and omega, all right? Don't pray to God about this. Just look at the data. You remove reading, and now this ad set is going to be targeting people who are interested in books, right? So Ubong is going to come here and change this ad set name to books, and he's going to publish that. Now he's targeting people who are interested in books. He's going to come to the second ad set. He's also going to change the interest that one is targeting. Let's try literature. It's going to remove reading. As you're doing this, you also want to be looking at the size, like this, the estimated audience size. You don't want to be targeting, people and their family members, like just 10 people. Nah, we're looking for big audiences, like in the millions. Okay, so now that audience name is literature, right? So we're just going to change this to literature. Okay, Ubong is making progress. Now Ubong is targeting different people in different interests. He's expanding his campaign, right? His campaign has gone from spending $15 a day. Now he's about to spend $20 a day, right? Let's edit the last ad set. Let's look at novels, right? Novels. What's the ad set? What's the audience size? 3.8 million. That's good enough, all right? See how diverse the interests we're targeting are, right? I'm going to show you how to think about interest targeting too, so you know how to, come up with this, interest to target. Now, Ubong is now targeting people interested in novels, literature, books, reading, right? These are, new ad sets interests that he's now, targeting, and he wants to know. Now, the reason why Ubong is targeting one interest for every single ad set, so that when novels start to work, Ubong knows that, oh, it seems people interested in novels like this business idea, like my ad. So I should move more in this direction, right? I should target more people interested in things related to novels. Now, Ubong comes here on day 2 or day 3 rather. And Ubong sees that, oh, the literature ad set is performing well, like it's crazy. And what will Ubong do? Now, Ubong wants to get more out of this. Now, Ubong knows he was spending $5 a day before, remember. Now, Ubong will just come here and now normally some people will just go to the budget area and then increase the budget. No, don't do that. When something is working, don't edit it, because once you do that, what you do is you hit the reset button on the learning, and that is you messing up all the learning that ad set has gathered. You don't touch it, right? If something is working, you just let it be. So what Ubong has to do now to take advantage of the good results that literature ad set is giving him is Ubong is going to come to duplicate, and Ubong is just going to duplicate this ad set at a higher budget. So I've come to literature, I've clicked duplicate, original campaign, 1 copy. I'll click duplicate, right? And I'm going to name it literature copy 1. So I can know it's the first time I'm copying it. And I'm just going to only go to the budget and increase it by 20%, change it to $7, and publish that too. This is how you take advantage of an ad set doing well, right? So remember, we are trying to see how we can generate 600 leads in a single day. That is the goal. Ubong wants to win the next challenge, right? And he's ready to do what it takes, no matter what it is, right? And this is what Ubong will keep on doing. Now, Ubong comes on day 4, and Ubong sees that this ad set books is giving him shit results at, say, maybe 200 naira per lead. He's just going to come here to this button, boom, turn it off. Now you see that his total spend on this campaign has reduced by $5. It means he needs to find somewhere else to put in that $5 he's saved by turning off the books ad sets, right? So that means he will just come and create another ad set. And that's what Ubong is going to keep doing until he's now spending between 48K to 90K per day to generate the 600 leads that he needs every single day. All right, give me a second to look through your question. Okay. Don't worry, the class will be recorded. You can always get back to this. Don't worry, it's been recorded. Okay, so this is how Ubong is going to go about scaling his ad sets. Now, as these things are working, right? What Ubong now needs to know is that Ubong needs to be thinking about creating new ads. It's not enough that he has created one ad and is working, and then now he'll go and sleep and think that it's going to keep working forever. My guy, that's not what's going to happen. These things, they fatigue, and he's going to need to be able to inject new life into his campaign every single time, right? Just give me a second to look at my notes. Okay, audience exclusion. Now, at some point, Ubong may start complaining, Omo, this is my funnel. I'm just getting affiliates. It's affiliates that are coming into my funnel. I don't know what to do, right? So that's a problem, because those are going to be termed as low quality leads because they have no intention of buying. Now, Ubong needs to reduce the quality he needs to reduce the quantity of, maybe affiliate marketers that are coming into his funnel, right? So who are affiliate marketers? Affiliate marketers are going to be people who are interested in the interest affiliate marketing to a large extent, right? So now when Ubong is creating a new ad set, this is what I would advise Ubong to do. Ubong will come to where he picked up the interest and just say exclude, and exclude people interested in affiliate marketing. Now it's not going to catch all of them, but a large number of them are going to be inside this interest, and Facebook will not show your ads to them. Now this is a hack that I'm telling only Ubong. So Ubong, please don't share it with anybody. All right. Okay. So the other point I wanted to share when it comes to this. Okay. Looks like we've talked about everything. So now what we were doing when we were creating more ad sets, right, is what we term vertical scaling, right? No, sorry, it's what we term horizontal scaling. That's something going from left to right, right? Because we're creating more ad sets at $5 per day, $5 per day. In Naira, I would do 1,000 Naira per day, right? Now, when we start to see the ad set more money on the ad sets that are working well. Remember, literature, we had literature ad set at $5, and on day 3, we took it to $7. Now we've scaled the literature ad set horizontally. Now this is horizontal scaling. Us creating reading, novels, literature, books, and all these ones, that was vertical scaling. That's testing new audiences, right? Now us spending more on the audiences that are working is called horizontal scaling, right? Hope you guys grab that. Okay, So now this is how Obong is going to go about increasing the amount of money he's spending on this campaign we created together, MC Code Interest. Remember, he created a couple of ad sets, he tested all of them, and the ones that are working, he started to scale them. The ones that gave him shit results, he shut them down, he just paused them. Okay, I'm going to take my screen back to my slides. Allow me to. Okay, now I'm going to talk about how Ubong, I was talking about how Ubong can get more leads out of his budgets. Now, there are two things Ubong needs to do every day he wakes up, right? A routine that I do personally is every day at 4 a.m., between 4 and 5 a.m. That is the time I touch my ad sets, my campaign, my ads. I don't like to touch them in the middle of the day because let me tell you something. Now, Facebook optimizes your ads every 24 hours. Because when you tell Facebook spend $5, Facebook knows that it has only 24 hours to spend this $5. So it's not going to pass 24 hours. And by the time you start to touch your ads at say 10 a.m., 10 p.m., it means that whatever it is that you have to do, they're only going to be able to do it from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight. So you want to give Facebook more room to have more time to, deliver your results within that day. So I like to mess around with my campaign as early in the day as possible, right? I wake up by 4 a.m., 5:30 at most, and you take all these things, and that's just like a routine for performance marketers that know what they're doing. You do all these things early in the morning so that the results can show up early in the day, later in the day. So Obon needs to now optimize along two lines: technical optimization and creative optimization. Now, don't let those words scare you. Technical optimizations just means Obong is testing new audiences every single day. Obong is creating new campaigns, right? Creative optimization means Ubon is creating new ads. It's creating new video ads, new image ads. That is it. Technical, creative. Okay, so I'm running out of time, so we need to like double up. So I'm going to share my screen again so I can go back to my slide. All right, here we go. Now, Obong is trying to create like I was talking about creative optimization. Obong needs to be able to create a good video ad. Now, what is a good video ad? Now, for me, the only thing I run are video ads. I advise that that's what you should do too, right? Because I tried, image ads, I just couldn't get them right. But with video ads, I've basically cracked the science of it. And here's the thing. So, a good video ad for me, in my experience, keep it less than 90 seconds, right? Whatever you want to say, just summarize it, right? Keep it less than 90 seconds. Keep it fast paced. If you're going to be speaking in the ad, don't fill it with your okay, no, keep it fast paced. Bam, 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 bam. You lay your points out, you keep it fast paced and let people know what you're trying to sell to them, right? Keep it short and let your video ads have a human element, right? Maybe a voice, maybe your face, maybe a face, a model's face, whatever it is, but let it have a human element. You put a bunch of cartoons in there, I'm sorry, but it's not going to resonate. All right. Now, your video ads should also have a scroll stopper in the first 5 seconds. Now, a scroll stopper is exactly what it says it is. Scroll stopper. It stops the scroll. Now, the way you hold your phone, your thumb is just moving and just sliding across the length of your screen and just looking at several things. Now you want your ad to be the thing that stops that scroll. That means when people see your ad, people see your video, whatever it is, they are going to make a decision to keep on watching it in the first 5 seconds. And if the thing that they see in the first 5 seconds does not make them stop in their tracks, they are going to keep it moving, right? So whatever it is that's going to be your scroll stopper, it needs to be in that first 5 seconds. It could just be saying, hey, listen, could just be you making a bold claim like, look, skip this video if you make less than 2 million naira every single month. And people will look at like, what the fuck is this guy trying to say? And you have got them, right? So you should attempt to stop their scroll. Also, a good video ad is supposed to call out the problem. It's either you're calling out the problem, giving them a bait or an offer. People should finish watching your ad and there's something should stick out. Is either you called out their problem or you give them a bait that they cannot ignore, an offer that was just too good to say no to, right? And your video ad should not end if you have not given them a clear action. Don't just assume that people know what to do. They know that they're supposed to click a button. No, say it. Tell them exactly what to do, right? Dumb it down for them and tell them, click this button. Like they should know exactly what you're trying to do. All right, let me use somebody else's name. Now, Nancy has, grabbed this class. She has created, she's enjoyed this class and she knows exactly what she wants to do. Nancy wants to win the next challenge. But it's one thing for us to make out all these beautiful plans. But then again, by the time you now go to your house to want to execute, there's something that can stop you in your tracks and destroy everything that you have planned. And that's called Facebook bans. Now, this thing is a nightmare of everything we do on Facebook. This thing can haunt you and destroy all the beautiful plans that you make, right? But luckily for me, in my last, when I say 5 years advertising, I think I have not lost up to, I've not lost up to 4 ad accounts. I think things are still at 3. And in the last 1 year since I started affiliate marketing, I've not lost a single ad account. Even when I lose them, I get them back, right? But I hear people who have, who lose ad accounts like in double digits. And sometimes I like to think that, oh, I'm just lucky. But people tell me, no, you're not lucky. You're definitely doing something right. So these are the things that I do, right? Again, I think I'm lucky, but because a lot of people say it's not luck, I'm doing something right. I'm going to try to share the things that I do that I think are right. I'm using air quotes right now. So there are things I avoid. There are certain markets that I avoid, right? There are certain markets on Facebook that you just need to stay away from. My markets, let's say something like crypto, selling sex products. I mean, there are some markets that there's really no way to go around them. And once you just start selling those markets, you're going to get the hammer. There's some keywords also. For example, in the affiliate marketing niche, sorry, I'm yawning. There's some keywords that are going to get you in trouble. Make money online, 9 to 5, stay at home. You see all those keywords, it just tells the robot that you're trying to sell snake oil, right? So avoid them. The third one is using your personal ad accounts, right? Never ever use those things to run ads. Create a business manager and run your ads from a business manager. Okay. Now, you might do everything right and still get the ban hammer. Now, when it happens, the first thing you should find out is why. And Facebook will always tell you the reason. Now, you would always see the reason. They'll tell you this is the reason why you got banned. Maybe they'll show you an ad. This ad has been flagged for whatever. See, once they show you that this ad was flagged, delete it. In fact, when you upload an ad and the ad gets disapproved, delete it. Delete the ad from your ad account straight up, right? And if the ad doesn't get, removed in the first place and your ad account just gets banned, go look at that ad. Now, dissect that ad with a fine comb. Look at the keywords in that ad and ask yourself, if I was a robot looking to ban affiliate marketers, how will I know that this guy is an affiliate marketer? By the time you ask yourself that question, you start to read through your ad like a robot, right? You look at the words that you use on the banner. You look at the words you said in the video. You look at the words you used in the copy, and you will know why the robot knows that you're an affiliate marketer. You will know why the robot thinks you are selling a get rich quick scheme. And once you figure that out, you remove it. There is no formula or science on it to tell you what it is. But the only way you can know is if you ask yourself that question. And that question is this: tell yourself, I am a robot. I am trying to find out if Nancy is selling a get rich quick scheme. How do I know? I'm going to read through every single thing she has posted in this ad, from the copy to the words that are on the banner or the words she said in the video. One thing is going to stand out. I'm going to know that she's trying to promise people riches. All right. So the third thing I also do is I make myself hard to fuck with. And this is how you make yourself hard to fuck with. Always have backups, right? And let your backups have backups. And this is what I mean. For example, I use my own personal profile has been permanently banned, by the way. That happened a long time ago. So I use my friend's profile. And in that profile, I have like 3 business managers. Those 3 business managers all have 5 ad accounts. So I have a total of 15 ad accounts that I could use at any time. And each business manager can have 5 ad accounts. But first, each business manager will be able to have one ad account. And when you use that one, spend some money on it, you'll be able to have the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one. Now, another thing that is that may get you banned is once you open an ad account today, bam, you start running conversion ads. No, they'll slap you. They'll throw you away because it's the equivalent of somebody renting a shop today, stocking it today, and trying to sell today. That does not happen in the real world, right? So you go and pay rent to your landlord. You come, you sweep the shop, you organize it. Before you know, like 2 weeks later, your goods will land. Before you start selling, like 1 month has passed. So bring that into your business on Facebook. When you set up the ad account, my guy, don't try to run a conversion ad. Try to do a page likes campaign for like a week or two. Warm up the thing, right? Warm up the thing before you start to put some serious business in it. You get. So, and that is me having 15 ad accounts on one profile. I have a different profile as well that I log in from a different Google Chrome account, right? It has the same thing. One profile, 5 business managers, 15 ad accounts waiting for me, all warmed up, waiting for me to use at any time. Never had reason to use it, but I just prepare those things because the day bad luck may come for me, I don't want my business to stop for any goddamn reason. All right. So it's one thing for us to have all these flowery plants, but if we don't prepare for the worst, right, and we're just praying for the best, we'll just, we'll look stupid the day Mark Zuckerberg comes for us. Okay. So at this point, Emmanuel, I'd like to take questions.
Okay. You've done very well. In fact, if we decide to make this class a paid one, it's gonna be worth it. Yeah. Because I was able to listen, even though sometimes I don't like staying online. So I was able to listen, and yeah, it was fantastic. Kudos to you, Chuka.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to
chat
take.
to see if there's any question.
Sorry.
Okay. No, I was looking to the chat to see if there's any question.
Yeah, I think what we're going to just do, rather than pick questions from verbally, I think you should just type their questions. It's faster that way to take those questions. So,
okay.
Is that fine? Someone is asking, please, can we do all this with phone? Well, somehow, yeah, you can run adverts with phone. It's sophisticated phone, but it's for me, I don't do that because somehow you won't really be like the interface will not be properly shown, and then some features might not really appear because you're using your phone. So I don't know. I've never run ads with phone before, but I think I've had people say that they want ads with their phone. Yeah. So Chuka, someone is saying, can one use the same ad creative for multiple ad sets?
Yes. Matter of fact, what you're asking is, can you use 2 different, groups of people the same ad? Why not? Why not? There's no crime in that.
Can one use the same creative for multiple ad sets?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We advise a complete newbie who has never made a sale to do this.
I would advise a complete newbie who has never made a sale to learn the skill first. And then when you learn the skill first, I mean, if you have money to test your skill, the skill that you have learned, I mean, why not? Because the only way you're going to ever learn how to run ads is by running ads. I mean, nobody learns how to swim by watching a video. You learn how to swim by jumping in the pool, right? You jump into the pool wearing your safety gadgets, and one day you take them off and you realize you can swim. So if you're a newbie, except, by newbie, you mean you're broke, right? If you don't have money, I mean, there's nothing you're going to use to run ads. But if you have some money to invest in your business, right, it doesn't mean you've made money from affiliate marketing. If you've got some money you want to use to, try and grow this business that you have learned, then why the hell not?
Yeah, my answer to that is also no. As a newbie, you do not start by, if you want to learn how to swim, you don't start by going to the deep side. You start by staying on the shallow part first. So the reason why I'm going to say no to this is because So we run ads on Facebook. I split it very fine, but somehow, if you're not careful, you get burnt. And as a newbie who does not understand the marketing principle and how to sell without selling a lot of those marketing stuffs, even if you run ads and you get traffic into your funnel, you might end up losing all the traffic because you might as well be unable to sell to them. You understand? So I think what I would just advise is work around, test with organic traffic first. Somehow you should, within that period of testing, you'll be able to at least come up with your own unique way of selling whatever you have to sell to these people. And then from there, you can now bring in paid ads. Just like filling a room with over 10,000 persons, and then you get on the stage and then you are saying rubbish or you are saying something that does not interest these people. So it's a waste of time. Okay. Someone please ignore DFY media. DFY do you mean done for you? I don't understand this question. Okay, thanks for the class. God bless you. This class was one. Okay, please, do you want ads for yourself? Do you want ads for people? Chuka.
It said, Prince, do you run your ad yourself or you outsource it?
Oh, okay.
Blessed. From this class, does it look like I'm paying anybody to do this? I'm doing it myself now. I do it myself, yes.
Okay. Does BirdSend have the same function as GetResponse?
BirdSend is cheaper than GetResponse. They also have amazing deliverability. Deliverability means the ability to get your emails into the inbox and avoid the spam folder and promotions folder. So, but BirdSend is a new email marketing solution. So, they may not be able to integrate with a lot of other softwares like GetResponse. But if you just need an email marketing solution to do the basic things, just send email. You don't have any plenty integrations to do. I would say use BirdSend. If in the future you need to do so much integration with other secondary softwares, then you might want to migrate to GetResponse. But I've been using BirdSend so far, and I've not had need to move to GetResponse.
Can you recommend?
And I've seen people move from GetResponse come to BirdSend.
Oh yeah, the thing with GetResponse is that GetResponse, especially Aweber, they are very pricey. Like the prices are very expensive.
Yeah.
But for Aweber now, I was using Aweber. At least I used Aweber for like roughly 3 years. I think I had about 15,000 lists on the account before I closed it. So at the point, I was charged around maybe is it not $300 or so monthly, and so somehow I moved to GetResponse, but GetResponse is a bit cheaper than Aweber. Then somehow I moved to Sendinblue. Yeah, Sendinblue. Yeah. So some of those autoresponders, this is why most people move, is because some of them are cheaper than others. Okay, and I think BirdSend is also cheaper than Aweber. So that's another reason why most people use BirdSend. So that's another reason why some people would prefer BirdSend to Aweber. But Aweber is fantastic. GetResponse is so fantastic in terms of the deliverability. Okay, can you recommend Facebook ad experts, and do you want ads yourself?
I can recommend some people. I know a lady that runs ads, but I can't give that public recommendation here. So you can send me a DM. I can just connect you to somebody.
Do you want
to run my ads myself?
Do you want to ask for people, Chuka?
No, I don't want to ask for people. No.
All right. Where do we go create a landing page? How much does it cost? Where do we go create a landing page? How much does it cost?
This part, I think you should just Google this, but I will just you can buy your domain.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you can buy a domain and site security and hosting from Namecheap. Is what I use. I like to buy everything in one place, and Namecheap helps me. Namecheap, NAMECHEAP.com. You can go there, buy a domain name, buy hosting, WordPress hosting for like a year, and buy site security, HTTPS. And then you can download Thrive Architect or Elementor and create a simple landing page. YouTube will help you a lot here.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, you can check YouTube, and plus, if you have the Central ID program, there is a video on how to design landing pages with page builders like Elementor and Thrive, so you can check it out. How do I determine a good conversion rates to confirm? Okay, how do I determine a good conversion rates to confirm if leads are good or bad?
So, like I said, the formula to know what your conversion rate is, at the end of the month, let's say look at what you did last month. When in June, for instance, right? We're in June. So look at what you did in, are we in June? I lose track of this thing.
We're in June, yeah.
So look at what you did we're in June now. Yeah, look at what you did in May, right? Look at how many leads you generated in May, right? Versus how many sales you got in May. So take the number of sales, divide by the number of leads. Let's say you made 30 sales in May, right? And if you look at the number of leads generated in May, it was 300 leads. So 30 over 300, right? That's what? I think that's 1 over 10, right? Times 100, right? That's 10%. So it means that your conversion rate is 10%, right? So it's number of sales divided by number of leads times 100. That's how you know what your conversion rate is. And like I told you, the average conversion rate I've seen is, 1%. So if you're maybe at 0.7, 0.9, 1%, or at 2%, you're in a good place. But if things low, like 0.5%, then you know that, something needs to change in your funnel, right? It's either you're generating leads that are not quality, or there's something about the quality of your funnel, quality of your pre-sale, or the quality of how you're welcoming the leads into your funnel, or how you're nurturing them, or how you're trying to close them. And maybe you need to optimize one of those things, right? So, another thing is, leads are not on the average. A lead is bad if they are too young to have money, so that one they're automatically bad. But if it's a product like you're trying to sell a product that is going to teach people how to maybe give birth, and you're generating leads of men, that's totally wrong. But you're generating a product, saying the money making niche, for instance. I mean, that's a universal want, right? Everybody wants to make money, so there's a huge chance that everybody you're generating is going to be a good lead because they want to make money. The only caveat there is that many people have different, paths that they would like to go and make money. For example, there's nothing in this world that make me do forex. So if you're selling a money making product in the forex niche, I'm not going to pay attention to you. In that regard, I'll be a poor quality lead, right? So another thing is you need to make sure that the people that you're generating know the pathway that they are going to use to get this money, so they can decide to come in or not. And this is what your landing page will do for you. The landing page is going to explain what that pathway is to the money, so that they decide if this is what they want to continue with or not, right? So if these two things are checked, right, the only reason that you say that, oh, a lead is not good is if they don't have money, if they're telling they don't have money. But the thing you have to think about is that we are in a country that, we have up to 100 million people living in poverty. But at the end of the day, people are always going to want to jump out of that poverty line. So they are always going to work towards the things that are going to help them jump out of poverty, right? Whether they're in poverty or not. So it's now going to be a matter of how good is your funnel to be able to convince them to want to, save the money that they have planned to use and use it to buy this product that is going to try to help them, or deprive themselves of a new shoe that they plan to buy, or deprive themselves of the new wig that they plan to buy, and then instead invest in this. And that is what the content in your funnel is going to do.
All right. Yeah. Chuka, I don't know whether you are planning to stay much longer than 9. That's okay by you, no wala. Because you have about 103 messages.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So I don't know whether you are planning to stay a little longer than 9 p.m. It's 4 minutes to 9. And the reason why I'm asking is because there are over 100, there are over 100 messages here waiting for you. So you might somehow.
We'll not go do everything. No. Let's take like 3 more, then the rest.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
would
saying.
let them
So
know how they can send the questions.
You might as well, kind of be fast with your response.
Okay.
So
All right.
so let's just be very fast with your question so that some of the questions I would also answer. So that by before 9, we should be able to at least cover like 10 questions. Okay. So does nurturing an audience have to take 30 days? Well, the answer is did you get that?
yes.
Yeah. So
So nurturing an audience, a lot of people, we cannot decide how long it would take some people to convert, right? But I'm just saying that on the average, the people who have money to buy, right? Who you have tackled all the objections. If you know what you're doing, the people who can purchase what you're selling, 30 days is enough time for them to make a decision. Worst case scenario. But it doesn't mean that there's some people who will not make a decision after 90 days, after 120 days. But what we are saying is, we're giving the leads, in order to calculate a conversion rate, we're just using that time range so that we know that we are accommodating as much people as as possible in order to just make sure that calculation is just it's not like off the charts.
okay, someone is
I
asking
think,
that he has
yeah.
about 1,300 leads, but that's 1,300
Mhm.
leads, but about only 350 have viewed his status. So, well, to that, it's just a simple mathematics. Not everybody who comes to your funnel will view your status because some of them, maybe some of them, the settings they have on their WhatsApp is just maybe they don't the read receipt. So what do they call it? Read receipt is hidden. So somehow even when you view your status, you might not know why some persons for some reasons did not save your number. You understand? So I think that just from every 1,000, maybe you might get like 50% of persons viewing your status. Yeah. Business Facebook does not come with normal Facebook app or download app. No, I don't understand that. I mean, maybe I don't know what you advise. I've been running advice for a while now, and you are not converting. What do I do? Okay, I've been running advice for a while now, but they are not converting. What do I do? Too much.
So when you say the ads are not being converting, I'm hearing two things. Is either one, you're not getting leads, or two, you're not getting sales. So if it's the first one, you're not getting leads, then there are two things that you need to check out. One is technical optimization, and two is creative optimization. The first one, technical optimization, means you testing new audiences in order to make sure that you're reaching new sets of people to get new results, right? Creative optimization is you creating new ads so that you can improve the quality of advertising, right? If you had some image ads, some video ads, create new ones. Try to be better in the ads that you're creating, right? So now the other thing that could be your problem is, remember I said, is either you're not getting leads or you're not getting sales. So if you're not getting leads, I just answered that. So if you're not getting sales, so it might be one of two things. Is either you're selling a product that is, not great, or you're selling a great product, but you're not selling it well. So look at your pre-sale, the quality of your pre-sale.
All right, fantastic. For how long
How
should
are you pre-selling them, right? What are you saying in the pre-sale? If you're not sure what you're saying, go into other people's funnel that you think are getting it right and look at what they're saying and learn from them, right? And then also look at the quality of what you're using to nurture your leads. How well are you nurturing them, right? How well are you reaching out to them? Are you updating your status every hour? Are you sending them the broadcast once every week? Are you tackling their objections? The questions they're asking you, are you answering it well enough for them to believe that you know what you're talking about when it comes to that product? So these are the things that you should fix.
all right? For how long should ad accounts stay before running conversion ad? Did you
So once you get your ad
did
accounts,
you advise them to open an ad account and wait for some time before running conversion ad?
yeah, yes. So once you get
No,
the
I
ad
think
account,
that
like
was
on
not
the
that was
first
not what
day,
you said. I think you said they don't start with conversion ad. They should start with running
yeah,
like a traffic
page
yeah,
likes,
a page likes here.
engagement ads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
engagement or yeah. All right, yeah, for that, yeah, I think you already answered the question on the during the training. But however, the reason why it is good to do so is because somehow, for some reasons, when you open your ad account, when you just need to open your ad account, like the way I see it is that the whole Facebook ad manager thing has levels. So most likely you're in level one, and because you're in level one, so Facebook do not trust your business yet. So the algorithm is always over your account to be sure that you're not coming to use their platform to spread malicious or spammy messages. You understand? Because Facebook has three users. We have the advertisers, we have the advertisers, the normal users, that's people who just go on Facebook, and normal account users, and then the Facebook algorithm itself. So the Facebook algorithm is in between the advertisers and the main users, so that the advertisers does not end up chasing away the main users, and they know that the main users, which is just the normal Facebook account users, are their assets, because if they don't have enough users on their platform anymore, advertisers will stop advertising on their platform. So they're doing everything possible to not to allow advertisers to chase away their users. So somehow when you join Facebook, the algorithm, so when you create an ad account, the algorithm is always over your account to be sure that you're not trying to spam or sell whatever rubbish product to these people. So because you're on level one, from any single mistake you do, your account will get flagged. So the best thing to do is just to run friendly dummy ads that can get their algorithm to an extent like your account, and be like, okay, maybe move to level 2 or level 3. So in fact, there's a point you're going to get that once you put up your ad, it doesn't even take time, it just gets automatically approved. And then rather than having the bots or human reviewer ban your account for whatever ad you put out, rather than banning your account, they will just disable the ad. Yeah, that same ad, if it were run on some other accounts, they will just restrict the advertising access or disable their entire ad account. So that's why it is advisable to kind of let the Facebook system to get to know your accounts, to get to know your business, get to trust you, just the same way you will in Lady Sharp. Okay, how do I set up my ad? Chuka, if you're tired, you can end. It's 9:04.
Yeah, so I think what I wanted to say is, as we draw this to a close, just because we can keep this conversation going on, so people can leave a feedback on Twitter. Just mention at Expertnaire and mention me with the handle 72IG Mentorship.
All right.
As time goes on, we can always.
Let me just share. I think I have your handle. Let me just share my screen, so it's better that way.
Yeah.
So if you have more questions as regards this training, I think you can reach out to at Prince Will Chuka. So you can put out a tweet and tag him at Prince Will Chuka, yeah. And then you can also tag me at Emmanuel Adio21. So lucky, if you're lucky enough, I'm excited to respond to your questions. As regards Facebook apps here, but please do not tag me on anything that actually complain, because I'm excited not to respond. All right, so you can follow Chuka, you can follow me, you can follow the Espania too at Espania. And then I don't know, maybe if Chuka has more things to discuss with us, if I don't know whether it's going to be a chance, or if I'm able to get him here next week, he's going to come, and then maybe we'll just make it a Q&A session for Facebook ads. Chuka, is that fine by you?
Yes, that's absolutely fine.
All right, so Chuka, I hope you're not doing this because you think you're owing me.
No, I as you can see, I enjoyed myself.
All right, that's fine, yeah. So Chuka will be here next week then. So it's going to be Q&A on this particular session, okay? So those of you who have been unable to get your questions answered, so it is time to relax. So there's no cause for alarm, just relax. Chuka will be here next week again, this same time, 7 to 9 p.m. to continue. We're just going to be Q&A session, okay? So thank you everybody for your time, and thank you Chuka for making our time to show up here this night. It's been fantastic seeing you share your ideas, share your strategy, that's fantastic. So on this note, I want to tell everybody bye-bye, and please go and get your PVC. You guys should get your PVC.
Yeah, so take back Nigeria.
You guys should get your PVC. It's very important. All right, so thank you. The recording of this class is going to be made available within 48 hours. So we're going to share the link on the Espadnia handle, and then we're going to send it as an email. So you can, if you miss any of these parts, you can go over it again, so that by next week, you're coming with tangible questions. If you're coming with questions that have already been discussed in the training, we might as well not respond to it. So if you also enjoyed the class, you can give us a shout out on Twitter by tagging Chuka too, and if you feel you should tag me too, it's fine. All right, so thank you and have a wonderful day, everybody. Chuka, bye-bye.
Right. Bye, everyone.